right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are ready for part 3 of Dawn of Destiny 2020, live here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Thank you to everyone who checked out part 1 and part 2. Here we are with part 3, the final 3 matches of exciting Heartland Championship Wrestling action. 3 championship matches remain here tonight, and we are going to start with the ladies of the Heartland in action. But we do use that term in definitely a non-traditional fashion, as the champion Sherri Martel and the challenger SARAYA Knight are 2 of the fiercest competitors and fiercest ladies that you will see in a wrestling ring, and they have been battling over this title for months. Sherri Martel now has captured the title and is defending in a rematch tonight against sweet SARAYA Knight. Later we will see the NWA World Tag Team Champions, the Steiner brothers, defending against Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. And in the main event, it will be the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Macho Man Randy Savage, defending against the Nature Boy Ric Flair. But it is going to be the ladies once again to kick us off. Part 3 of Dawn of Destiny 2020. It's been a fun day. Thanks to everybody who has checked things out. And Thomas Morgan is with us here. Captain Carl is here with us. And we are ready for action. And here we go. The opening initiative roll goes to SARAYA Knight. And she immediately shoves Sherri into the corner and starts choking her down with a boot. Sherri pushes herself away, whipped to the ropes. SARAYA drops down. Sherri comes off the opposite ropes. And on a roll of 5, it is a powerful flying shoulder tackle off the ropes by Sherri Martel, and SARAYA goes down. Sherri follows up and nails SARAYA with a clothesline. Just as SARAYA was getting to her feet, here's a cover. And SARAYA immediately kicks out of that one, but Sherri is not taking any prisoners tonight. She wants to hold on to this title. And now she goes to the top rope splash. It's early in the contest to go for this, but she nails SARAYA off of the top rope. Pinfall predicament coming. Count of 1. And SARAYA manages to get that left shoulder out of there. But Sherri making a statement. She wants this victory more than she wants another catfight with a mean, tough lady like SARAYA Knight. Sherri now goes to the top rope again. Here we go again. She hits her with a splash. Count of 1. Count of 2. And SARAYA just got out of that one. But she is up to 3 points of fatigue already as Sherri has taken control. And Sherri's going to go for the 3rd splash. Now that SARAYA is at 3 points of fatigue, this is a single pin roll. And on an 8 or lower, it's over. And on a roll of 3, it is over. Just like that, Sherri Martel not messing around. She took out SARAYA Knight with that top rope splash in spectacular fashion. Oh my goodness, the fans here in Cincinnati are in awe of what they have seen. It took 3 top rope splashes, but Sherri got the job done. Not messing around tonight, as Thomas Morgan has pointed out. Good observations from the chat room. Sherri is not messing around here tonight, as she has taken the challenger SARAYA Knight and put her aside in record time. Under 3 minutes it took for Sherri to get that victory, as she was on the attack from the word go. And SARAYA Knight never stood a chance here tonight. So a very fast ending to that match compared to some of our earlier matches today that took 30 minutes or longer. That match was over in a heartbeat. And with that come everybody's favorite tag team, the Steiner brothers. Maybe not so much here in the state of Ohio, because they are Michigan grads and they do wear those Michigan jackets proudly. But they are a fine, fine tag team, well coordinated, thick as thieves, two close brothers. But they have got a couple of double tough hombres coming at them tonight in Dick the Bruiser and the Crusher. And the fans in Cincinnati really are split on who they want to root for in this match. Wrestling technicians and athletes versus a couple of beer-drinking brawlers. But anything could happen here in this next championship contest. So quickly now, the referee calls for the bell, and it looks like it is going to be Rick Steiner to start things off against Dick the Bruiser. Rick Steiner in particular loves to mix it up with the big boys. He'll throw some clotheslines, he'll throw some big right hands. And I think both these guys are just looking forward to throwing some hands here tonight in Cincinnati, and it's going to be Rick Steiner on the opening initiative roll. He is going to go for the body slam, and he gets Bruiser up and down hard to the canvas. Quickly, Bruiser rolls over and tags in the Crusher. Bruiser shaken up by that first big body slam by Rick Steiner. Steiner's anxious to show that he can match power for power with these two. Crusher comes in and he goes with a punch to the throat, but Steiner blocks that one, and Rick comes back and whips Crusher into the ropes. Crusher bounces off the ropes, and this time it is a flying shoulder tackle from the Crusher. Not exactly a flying shoulder tackle, I'd call that more of a running shoulder tackle, but Rick Steiner is down, and the Crusher comes back with a knee drop, and drops the knee across the chest of Rick Steiner. And Rick is going to get out and tag his brother Scotty into the match. So here comes young Scotty. This is not the Big Papa Pump version of Scotty. This is the streamlined, younger, more athletic version of young Scotty Steiner. -2 power, -2 agility. So he doesn't quite have the power of the other man in this match, but he is the most athletic man in this match. And he comes in and immediately tries to get Crusher up for a power slam. That is going to require a choice roll. And in order to get that done on the choice F chart, that is going to take a roll of 8 or lower. And on a roll of 4, he gets him over and down. Crusher tries to get over and tag his partner, can't get there. And Scotty comes back with a belly-to-belly suplex. And Crusher goes down. People forget what a good technical wrestler Scotty Steiner was in his younger days, as he comes back with another belly-to-belly. And the Crusher is reeling. Here's a forearm shot from Scotty Steiner, followed by a whip to the turnbuckle. Crusher into the turnbuckle, and Crusher bounces off the turnbuckle, and Scotty nails him with an incredible neck-breaking clothesline, and Crusher goes down. What's going to happen now? Crusher is down. Scotty picks him up, tilt-a-whirl slam, and down across onto the mat hard. Very nice slam by Scotty. Scotty's going to go for the cover, but Crusher kicks out of that right away. Scotty now, what's he going to do? He's going to go to the top rope. He's thinking about a death jump, and he thought better of it. Instead, he is going to go back to a Steiner line. He hits the Steiner line and knocks Crusher down to the canvas. Scotty with a single leg Boston Crab, trying to slow down the Crusher. Rick at ringside, anxious to get back into the match. Scotty holds on to that Boston Crab, but this time the Crusher is able to roll free of that. Crusher comes back and catches Scotty in a bear hug. How about that reversal by the Crusher, getting out of the submission hold, catching Scotty in the bear hug. And now Crusher is going to run over and tag Dick the Bruiser back into this match for the challengers. Here comes Dick the Bruiser. He immediately just rakes his boot across the face of Scotty Steiner. And Scotty wasn't very happy about that. Scotty gets up, and Scotty shoves Dick the Bruiser away and comes back and hits him with a clothesline. Dick the Bruiser just stands and laughs at him, and Scotty responds with a drop kick. Drop kick into Dick the Bruiser. Bruiser runs over and tags in the Crusher. Both these teams are very well accomplished tag teams, so you'll see a lot of this tagging in and out, a lot of these defensive tags, and that will keep both sides honest. And here comes the Crusher, and Crusher now goes for the body slam, and down hard goes Scotty Steiner. Oh my goodness, Crusher asserting his power over Scotty. Scotty's going to try and make the tag, and he gets over and tags out to Rick Steiner. Lots of back and forth action here in the opening moments of this tag team world championship match. Rick comes into the ring, comes at the Crusher with a double leg takedown, takes him down. And Steiner with the elbow drop. Elbow drop across the chest. Crusher gets up and fires back. And oh, he just goes to the blatant chokehold. Crusher just grabs Steiner by the neck, shoves him into the ropes. Whip to the opposite ropes. Here comes Rick. But oh, on a roll of 11, it is the Crusher with a big elbow smash off the ropes, and Rick Steiner goes down hard. Crusher now in control. What's he going to do? He is going to pitch Rick Steiner out of the ring, and here we go. Out of the ring is excitement once again. And on a roll of 6, this time it is Rick Steiner, who is very adept at brawling outside the ring. He catches Crusher coming in, grabs him by the back of the neck, and slams Crusher face down onto the ring apron. Crusher stunned by that as action returns to the ring. And it is Rick Steiner now with the belly-to-belly suplex, taking Crusher over and down. Both these Steiners looking good with those suplexes here tonight. Rick follows that up with a running, flying Steiner line, and he's going to go for a quick cover. Count of 1. And oh, Crusher gets out of that one at the count of 2. Rick Steiner has the fans here shouting as he runs around the ring and barks at nothing in particular. Steiner comes back and he pitches Crusher out of the ring. Here we go again. We're not seeing any shenanigans yet this early in the match. But on a roll of 10, oh, it is. On a roll of 10, it is Rick Steiner coming out of the ring, and he is going to come after the Crusher with a steel chair. The referee is going to put the kibosh on that. Disqualification roll for Rick Steiner. And oh, he is disqualified. Just like that, Rick Steiner went to the steel chair. He thought he was just having fun, but the referee was having none of it. And the referee calls for the bell and disqualifies Rick Steiner for the use of a steel chair at ringside. Oh my goodness, and the fans here in Cincinnati are not happy with that. The wrestlers are not happy with that. Crusher says, you know, what's the big deal? It's a chair shot's a chair shot. And, you know, he enjoys a good chair shot as much as anybody. So we will have a rematch between these 4 men, and it will be a no disqualification rematch the next time around. But a disappointing end to that title match, as Rick Steiner, for the use of his steel chair, gets himself disqualified. The title belts will stay with the Steiner brothers until the next encounter, but you know, there's only one person in the entire Great American Ballpark who is happy with that decision, and that's the referee. I can't say that I blame him. It is a championship match. It's a world championship match, and you can't blame the referee for wanting to call it close, but you know, I think both the challengers, Bruiser and Crusher, and the Steiner brothers would be perfectly happy to just beat each other to death with the furniture and not have the referee interfering with a good time. But that is your decision here for tonight in our NWA World Tag Team Championship match, and it is the Steiner brothers tasting defeat by way of disqualification. Bruiser and Crusher are your winners, but nobody's happy with that decision. And these guys are going to hook up again sometime before too long, once again with the titles on the line. And it will be a no disqualification rematch the next time around. So a disappointing ending to the Tag Team Championship match. But that brings us to our World Championship match, the main event of the evening. As your World Heavyweight Champion, Randy the Macho Man Savage, faces the stiff challenge of the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And Flair, as always, accompanied to ringside by the devious James J. Dillon. JJ was unable to guide his Horseman tag team to victory earlier tonight, as it went to the full 3 falls in the best 2 out of 3 falls showdown before the Road Warriors narrowly escaped with a victory over Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard to retain the Atlantic Tag Team Championship. Now it's the World Championship on the line as Macho Man Randy Savage defends against the Nature Boy Ric Flair. As Al Red Sox fan has joined us in the chat room. Good evening, Al, and welcome to the Great American Ballpark for the main event of Dawn of Destiny 2020. This is the biggest event of the year in Heartland Championship Wrestling. It is our WrestleMania equivalent. It is always scheduled to coincide with opening day of the baseball season, which is my favorite day of the year. And unfortunately, due to events in the world, there's no baseball this year, but that doesn't stop the men and women of Heartland Championship Wrestling from putting on a big show here at the Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati as the annual tradition continues. And now it is time for your main event of the evening. The challenger from Charlotte, North Carolina, 6'1", 243 pounds, the Nature Boy, the one and only Ric Flair. And his opponent, also 6'1", slight weight advantage, 248 pounds, originally from Sarasota, Florida, a former minor league baseball player in the Cincinnati Reds organization and in the St. Louis Cardinals organization as well. Born Randy Poffo, he is now the Macho Man Randy Savage. And we are ready to go. Flair and Savage. This has a big match feel, as the chat room is packed with fans. The fans come to their feet as the Macho Man and Flair get together for the opening hookup, and it is the Macho Man who gains the advantage, and he catches Ric Flair in a headlock. Flair comes back and tries for a hip toss, and he tosses Savage up and down to the canvas. Savage is down. Savage, the faster of the two men, both men equal size and equal strength. Flair in control after the hip toss. Oh, he just nails Randy Savage with a thunderous chop. And Savage slinks back into the corner. Flair with another chop and a woo for Al Red Sox fan and a woo for Thomas Morgan. And another hard chop across the chest of Randy Savage. And Savage is collapsing in the corner under the weight of those chops. What's Flair going to do now? Savage staggers out to the center of the ring, and Flair's going to go for the sleeper. Flair is going to go for the sleeper. He needs a chart roll to convert on that. And on a roll of 8, he catches the sleeper on Savage. What's Savage going to do? He is able to get over to the ropes quickly and force the break of the hold. But a little surprise from Flair going to the sleeper hold early in the match, catching Macho Man off guard. Flair comes in, and as Macho Man comes into the center of the ring, Flair drops down and clips the knee of the Macho Man. And that has got to hurt. In fact, that is a fun little mechanic on the Nature Boy's card. He has several moves that do damage to the legs, and each time he hits one of those, it adds a point of strength to the figure 4 leg lock. So this 12-sided die, which now reads number 1, indicates that the figure 4 leg lock has gone from a 0 finisher to a +1 finisher. He can go all the way to +4 if he works the knee enough. That gives him lots of bonus points on the figure 4 leg lock. But now he clips the knee, and Savage goes down, and Savage is just going to roll out of the ring and nurse that knee. Savage rolls out of the ring. And on the out of the ring chart, it is Flair coming out after Savage on the arena floor. Flair takes that leg of Savage and rams it into the steel ring steps at ringside. The referee threatens a disqualification, but he's not going to pull the trigger this early in the match. The fans are still upset about the previous DQ in the tag match, so he's going to let things go here as Flair continues his attack. Back in the ring, Savage comes into the ring, and Flair grabs the ropes and tries to roll up Savage for the pinfall. Savage kicks out of that, but a little sneak pinfall using the ropes for the Nature Boy. Once again, trying to catch Savage off guard. This Nature Boy has more tricks up his sleeve than David Copperfield. Here comes Flair. And Flair this time, oh, he clips the knee again. Savage got to his feet, and Flair went to the knee once again, and Savage is in trouble. Savage limping on that knee. Flair remains in control, and now he is going to pick Savage up and down hard with a belly-to-back suplex. Savage limping around, favoring that left leg, and Flair just picked him up and dropped him in a belly-to-back suplex. Savage hits hard and stays down. Flair has got everything going his way in terms of momentum. What's going to happen now? Oh, it's back to the sleeper. Flair goes back to the sleeper. Can he execute the sleeper successfully? On a roll of 5, Savage is able to get out of the sleeper. And what is going to happen now? He throws Ric Flair into the corner and nails him with a running clothesline out of the sleeper hold. Fool me once, shame on you. That time Savage had the answer, and it is Savage in control now. Savage is going to go up for a death jump as Flair is staggered, runs around the ring, falls flat on his face. Savage up to the top rope. But oh, Savage suckered him in, and on a roll of 2, Savage comes flying off the top rope, and Flair pulls the referee into the path of Savage, and down goes the referee. Oh my goodness, we have a ref bump. The referee is down, and he will stay down for 6 moves. We saw this happen earlier in the Ring of Honor Championship match. These referees are a little fragile here tonight. But for the next 6 moves, there will be no referee. And that means it is time for the cruel tactics of Ric Flair to take their toll. Now I'm going to do a couple of secret rolls to decide what is going to happen next, based on a couple of possible events. And on a roll of 2, we're just going to play it straight up. And on an even die roll, it is, let's see, it was Savage who went to the top, so it is Flair who takes control. And Flair pitches Savage out of the ring. Out of the ring we go. Will there be shenanigans? Yes, indeed there will. Shenanigans on the arena floor, and on a roll of 9, it is going to be ringside mayhem. What is going to happen here at ringside? We know it's not going to be a disqualification, but on a roll of 9, it is going to be outside interference. Outside interference brought in by the Nature Boy, as there is no referee to stop it. And here come the Horsemen. Here comes Barry Windham to help his buddy Flair. And we will roll on the outside interference chart to see what Windham does. And on a roll of 5, it is Windham attacking Savage with a deadly specialty move. A big lariat from Barry Windham just turns Macho Man inside out. There will be no disqualification roll because there is no referee. There will also be no pinfall, but that's going to cost Savage a point of fatigue. And it is looking bad for the Macho Man. Flair now once again suplexes Savage down hard onto the arena floor, onto the field at ringside, and then picks him up and drops him hard on the announcer table with another suplex. And Savage is hurt once again. What's going to happen now? Oh, and out of the crowd, somebody has come out of the crowd and is attacking the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Who is this coming out of the crowd? Ladies and gentlemen, Magnum TA is in Cincinnati. We haven't seen this guy for months, and it is Magnum now attacking Ric Flair. The attack by Magnum TA on Ric Flair. But oh, Barry Windham cuts off Magnum TA, and he cannot get after Savage. He cannot get after Flair. If you will recall, Magnum TA was injured by the Nature Boy Ric Flair about 3 months ago. in a Falls Count Anywhere match when Flair just tore up the knee of Magnum TA. Magnum TA is back, and he is brawling now with Barry Windham, as there is nobody to break this up. At least Windham's not going to be able to do any more damage to the Macho Man now. But Flair is still in control. Macho Man is still down, and it is Barry Windham and Magnum TA brawling all over ringside. Flair, again, is going to choke down Savage. He's got him down, and he is choking him down. That's another point of fatigue. That was a pin using ropes roll for Flair. Obviously, there's no pin, but we'll go with the chokehold on that. The World Heavyweight Champion is in huge trouble, as Flair again is going to use the out of the ring chart, and this time there is no shenanigans. But it is Flair now with a steel chair wailing away at the injured knee of the Macho Man. The referee is finally starting to come around, as Flair again goes to the knee. A whack across the knee with that steel chair. That is the third successful knee attack on the Macho Man. The referee now gets to his feet. Flair is confident. James J. Dillon is smiling from ear to ear as the match moves back into the ring. The referee is now awake, and Flair is going to go for the somersault knee drop. That famous somersault knee drop. Drops the knee across the forehead of Savage, and Savage is in a daze. Savage rolls out of the ring. What's going to happen now? On a roll of 7, that is the best man wins roll. And since Flair has the advantage, they're both A-rated performers on the out of the ring chart. So the rest are on offense. In this case, Ric Flair wins the brawl outside the ring. Flair stays in control, and now he goes back to the sleeper. Back to the sleeper, and on a roll of 8, he connects with the sleeper, and Savage staggers back out to the center of the ring. Flair still in control, and this time Flair thinks about a whip to the rope. Instead, he just snapmares Savage over and down to the mat. Savage slips out of that one using his athletic ability, and he turns around and stuns Flair with a left hand to the jaw. Flair's hit with a left hand to the jaw. Macho Man's got his fists up, and they are flying. He picks up Ric Flair and suplexes him down to the mat. Flair to his feet. Savage with a running knee to the back. Flair to his feet once again. Savage is on a roll here, but Flair still has plenty of gas in his tank. Here is a knee drop by Savage. Flair again gets to his feet. Here is a neckbreaker clothesline, and Flair leaves the ring. Ric Flair clotheslined over the top rope and out of the ring by Savage. And this time it is on a roll of 11. It is Savage who is going to the steel chair. Savage with a steel chair. Will he get disqualified? No. And Savage whacks Ric Flair across the back with that steel chair. James J. Dillon is protesting violently. But the match goes on, and Macho Man now with a flying axe handle. Flair goes down. Savage takes Flair over to the ropes and straddles his neck, choking him on that bottom rope. Flair fighting for breath. Running knee to the back from Savage, and Flair goes down. Savage goes to the vaulting neck snap over the top rope. He snaps Flair's neck across the top rope, and Flair is staggering back. Savage is on a roll now. He has got the mayhem going full speed. But Flair has still a lot more agility left, as it is now going to be a death jump. We are going to see the death jump. Excuse me, no, that's another rope straddle. I misread the chart. Flair still being choked down by Savage, and now Savage with another neckbreaker clothesline, and down goes the Nature Boy. The Nature Boy is down, and Savage is going to go to the death jump. Last time this happened, Flair took out the referee. This time on a roll of 11, it is a perfect cross body block off the top rope. Savage makes the cover, and Flair kicks out. Savage hit the The flying body press off the top rope. Flair was able to kick out of the pin. And oh, now it is Savage going to the top rope, and he is going to attempt the flying elbow. He does not have a miss on his chart. The pin roll is 4, and Nature Boy is able to kick out of that one because Savage went too soon. Maybe with a little assist from James J. Dillon there at ringside, allowed Flair to get the leg under the bottom rope after Savage hit the flying elbow smash. We may see that move again later in the match, but Savage went to the well maybe too soon. And Savage remains in control. Savage pitches Flair out of the ring. Here we go again. And there will be shenanigans. We are back on the ringside mayhem chart. What are we going to see this time? On the ringside mayhem chart, it's going to be the tables. It is going to be the table. Flair goes out of the ring. Savage in pursuit. And let's see what is going to happen with the table. On a roll of 8, it is Flair who slides the table into the ring. Getting some help from J.J. Dillon as they get that table into the ring now. And this is going to be a gut check roll. It is Flair setting up the table, and it is Flair who wins the gut check roll. And he picks up Savage and body slams him through the table. Oh my goodness, what a sensational move by Flair, setting up the table, body slamming Savage. There will not be a disqualification for that. And Flair now is going to go for another suplex and takes Savage down hard into the canvas. Savage in trouble as Flair is once again in control. Savage comes back with a reverse atomic drop. Needs a choice roll to hit that one. And he is going to need a roll of 6 or lower. He does not get it, so Savage sneaks out of the back door of that attempted reverse atomic drop, and it is Savage who comes back with a chokehold. Savage with a chokehold, and now a suplex from Savage takes Flair down to the canvas. What a match we are seeing. Here's a knee drop from Savage. He goes for the cover, and Flair immediately kicks out of that one, but Flair is now at 3 points of fatigue, and that's going to make the pin predicament a lot more dangerous for him. Savage now with a flying axe handle. Flair staggers away. Knee drop from Savage. Flair slow to get to his feet. Elbow to the head. Flair stays on his feet. And now Savage attempts the running axe handle. And Flair counteracts that. And Savage goes with a whip to the turnbuckle. Flair comes off the turnbuckle and Savage nails him with a big kick. Savage in control. Savage with that rope straddle chokehold again. And this time it is Flair who fires back and dumps Savage into the ring and drops his knee across the leg of Savage. That is another knee attack. And the figure 4 now, if he can get it in, is going to be a +4. As Flair takes control, Savage fires back. And it is Savage who's going to go for the body slam. But Flair gets out the back door of the body slam attempt. And he drops across the leg of Savage again. Savage is in agony, in pain with that knee. And now the Nature Boy is going to send Savage into the ropes. And as Savage bounces off the ropes, it is a tackle from Savage that takes Flair down to the mat. Savage now with another running knee to the back. He goes for the cover, and Flair kicks out of that one. But the fatigue is beginning to take its toll on the Nature Boy. Savage showing great resilience. And now it's going to be another death jump. Another climb to the top turnbuckle for Savage. Flair trying to get to his feet, but on a roll of 8, it is a flying clothesline from the Macho Man that nails Flair, and Flair goes down. And now it is another vaulting neck splash. Neck snap. Flair is choked on that top rope again and falls down, and now it's going to be Flair who rolls out of the ring. J.J. Dillon yelling instructions at ringside. Flair comes out of the ring, and on the arena floor, on a roll of 4, it is the Nature Boy who grabs Savage by that injured leg and smashes him into the turnbuckle post. Savage injured once again. He is limping. He barely gets back into the ring. Flair goes back to the sleeper. Savage escapes the sleeper with a clothesline into the corner. And it is Savage who pitches Flair out of the ring once again. Action goes back out to the arena floor. No shenanigans here. But it is Flair once again who gets the best of Savage on the arena floor. And once again slams the knee of Macho Man into the steel ring steps. Flair is in control. And now he's going to go for another pinfall using the ropes. This will be a pin on a roll of 6 or lower. And on a roll of 12, Savage kicked out of that one. Oh my goodness, Flair using every dirty trick he can think of. James J. Dillon imploring Flair to hit the figure 4. Flair goes back to the sleeper hold as Savage started to get to his feet. This time he gets the sleeper hold locked in. And Savage staggers back out to the center of the ring. Flair follows up with a thunderous chop in the corner. Oh, listen to that chop echo through the ballpark here in Cincinnati. Flair follows up with a strut around the corner and a woo! How about that? Savage still staggering to his feet, favoring that injured knee. What's Flair going to do now? Another knee breaker, and Savage is hurt. Flair just torturing the knee of Savage now. But Savage won't stay down long enough for the figure 4. Here's another chop from Flair, and this time Savage goes down. Flair in control. And now it's the figure 4. Now we go to school. Finally, Flair gets the figure 4 locked in. And the submission is 11 or lower. Only double 6s can save the Macho Man now. And on a roll of 2, he's forced to give it up. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. And fans, we saw everything in that match. We saw Magnum TA make his return. We saw Barry Windham. We saw the ref bump. We saw James J. Dillon get involved. And we saw Ric Flair doing what Ric Flair does best, which is destroying the knee of the Macho Man Randy Savage, setting him up for the figure 4 leg lock, which put an end to the night for Savage. He put up a great fight tonight, but the odds were not in his favor. And Savage hit the elbow smash maybe a little too early in the match, as Flair was able to survive that. And as the match wore on, Flair just did more and more damage to the knee of Savage until finally the opportunity presented itself for Flair to lock in the figure 4 leg lock. And Savage could not withstand the pain. And as a result, we have a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion. He is the Nature Boy Ric Flair. So fans, that brings an end to a very long and very entertaining day of wrestling here in the Dave Cave. 9 matches you've seen, all of them on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. Thank you to Thomas Morgan, who I think was here from start to finish. Al, Red Sox fan, making an appearance. Captain Carl was here earlier. Utah Mike stopped by for part 2. And all of the dignitaries who came by for all of tonight's action. It was a tremendous day of action. Who needs WrestleMania when we've got Heartland Championship Wrestling on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network? Once again, your main event ends with the Nature Boy Ric Flair using the figure 4 leg lock to successfully capture the NWA World Heavyweight Championship over the Macho Man Randy Savage. He had an assist from Barry Windham. They have been at odds over the past few months, but James J. Dillon, with all of his managerial genius, got things patched back together. And it was Windham who came to the rescue when Magnum TA came ringside. Magnum TA and Flair have hated each other for months, if not years. Flair put Magnum TA out of action several months ago in a very similar situation to what we saw here tonight. Magnum finally makes his return at Dawn of Destiny 2020, but he is unable to get his hands on Ric Flair, and it is Flair winning in your main event of the evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming in tonight to check out Dawn of Destiny 2020. On behalf of all of the wrestlers of Heartland Championship Wrestling, all of the great fans of the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network, thank you to everyone for being here. Be well, be safe, keep that social distancing going, and everybody stay healthy. And until next time, that's our stream, and I am out of here.